What's up, guys? BARRYGAMING here, back with some more Eternal Evolution, and I'll be honest, we're talking about probably my favorite hero in the game right now, Fiona, the Forest Fairy, aka the Vanguard slash really assassin support hero that we've really been needing in this game for so long. You guys saw last time, we summoned her, we built her. She is absolutely awesome. I really love it. There are some things we're gonna have to test out with the Blossom state and it refreshing and things like that throughout battle and all that, because one thing you have to remember, basically 3 allied heroes, 3 of your strongest, assassins on the team with the highest attack are going to gain a shield equal to 12% of her max HP. Now that's important if you can run a certain set on her. I have gotten to the point where I run 2 different sets. One of them is Resonant. I really like Resonant, giving the initial energy as well as accuracy. I am eventually going to run an HP set right here. However, I can't get an accuracy helmet for HP just yet. So we're just chucking these in here for the time being, but I'm really enjoying Resonant. Also have the 40% damage reduction boots, which makes a big difference. But again, this is big because it gives them a shield, and that's part of the strategy that we're going to be implementing here today. Also gain the Blossom state, aka damage dealt is increased and damage is reduced. This stacks up to 3 times, which is huge. When in the Blossom state, each movement skill refreshes the shield that is on them, which is amazing because assassins zip across the battlefield. Then the damage increase and reduction from the Blossom state will be calculated after all effects of damage have been calculated. So that's really amazing. It's after all your damage reduction, all that. And then the talents down here increases the shield amount up to 30% if they're on the enemy side, aka most of the time for your assassins. And the second one down here, exclusive effects, energy skill enhancement in the Blossom state. Each movement skill activation refreshes the duration of this Blossom state. That's one thing we're gonna have to test. It's really hard to do live, so I'm gonna probably do that as a follow-up test. The other thing is we have a ton of accuracy, meaning everybody on the team is getting this heal essentially. 13% of her max HP is getting healed to everybody when she uses her common skill. The main highest attack hero, getting the really awesome strength, additional shields, dispel control effects. And then this is the other one that's really cool because I did get the chance and I did exclusive 30 her now, which is big because when allied heroes are present on the enemy side of the battlefield, Fiona gains Petal Shroud. For each allied hero, it reduces her damage by 10. Normally, it's 30 to 40% damage reduction, which is amazing. When an allied hero uses a movement skill up to a total of 7 times, Fiona unleashes Garden of Eden on the battlefield, restores 300 energy and rage for all allied heroes, and implies invincibility. That is amazing. For 5 seconds, this can only be affected 1 time. So that's something to remember. But because we now have her at EX30, it can happen a second time when they use a total of 15 movement skills. That's really big because the PvP I'm going to show you is against a summoning team, which I always lost to with my amazing Rebecca Hunter team. So it's something that's a little bit of a skill here that is pretty amazing. The big thing here is making sure we have shields on our allies because the shields are one of the most important parts of it. Now, because shields are such a huge part of this strategy I'm about to show you, Divine Prototype, we don't have any super amazing ones, but one that I'm absolutely loving is the Impulse of Annihilation. When allied assassin heroes lose their shield, that shield shall explode and inflict AoE damage equal to 55% of the shield strength. Don't really care about that part. The big part is enemies will also be stunned for 3 seconds in that radius. Gains 8% damage amp for 5 seconds, cannot stack. So this is really big. This is really big for our assassin team. And what I'm going to show you guys is a couple PvP matches to really highlight this. And we're going to go after one of our guild mates, actually. You know what? We don't have to do it in arena because I think he's actually on our friends list. So we don't have to worry about any of that. Let's go to the friends list. I'm looking for Anpu. Where are you, Anpu? He's your favorite character. I know that. Here we go right here. So we're going to jump into a PvP battle. I'm essentially putting her as far back in the back row as possible. You can't quite see. Let me hide myself real quick so you can see our team composition and everything. We're also using Hadragon here, or Hagraden. Sorry, I always say Hadragon. Hadragon, because we want the displacement skills giving even more shields. We also have some really good attack stats. couple on energy because we tend to use it here. You can also go with, you know, the assassin here if you want more damage. I personally like the shielding, and I'll show you guys why. Like I said, impulsive annihilation. We're running the phantom cloak for the damage reduction, which is so important. And then we have our horn of healing that'll be activated on her. So that is the setup there. Let me get myself back on screen, and you guys are going to see this is usually a team that my Rebecca Hunter team would struggle with. Now, if we had Caraxi or whatever, the SP assassin hero over over Bailey Hudson, it would be amazing. But I'm going to show you guys what the battle looks like in 1 speed here. It's a little laggy on here, of course, because we're on blue stacks. But you'll notice, like, everybody has a pretty good shield up, and when the shield pops, you see a lot of stuns going up around the battlefield. That's really awesome. You'll see a lot of immunity coming across this screen too. Immune. You'll see that burst of energy given to our heroes as well. That Daniel is not long for this world whatsoever. He is gone and on to the next target, just picking them apart over and over. And this stun, again, you can see the stun proccing constantly on the enemy team. We're even using Helen, the new assassin from Hell Arena, and she's doing pretty good. She actually does some solid damage. Not as good, but she does have some cool abilities. And as you guys can see, look at the size of these shields that we generate here that give them time to use their Marauder set to heal up back and forth. And you can see here, she's just back on the other side of the battlefield in perfect health, not caring about anything. So much immunity and shielding damage is just so amazing. There goes the Nord down like a wet paper bag. Surprisingly enough, yeah, that's the tankiest monster on the battlefield. So this is a team that I was previously losing pretty bad with my Rebecca team. You can see here 14.6 million healing, not anywhere near what Durali's doing down the bottom over here. Like, Durali's definitely doing a ton of healing, but you can see she provides the support that makes an assassin team absolutely amazing. And when you have a couple of these abilities here that synergize super well, the stunning, the shielding, all this fun stuff, you get to a battle that you just see a ton of shields on your heroes. You see a ton of immunity popping up. Like, just watch the amount of immunity on my heroes. It's just popping up everywhere. Immune. It's just, we're not taking damage, and especially having that EX30, it literally makes assassin teams bonkers. If you have a Caraxia or whatever her name is, the SP assassin, you have to build Fiona, and you have to put her on your account because she is going to utterly destroy that combo, and these assassins are going to be some of the most insane heroes you see. She adds the much needed survivability the assassins needed in PvP because they were very squishy in PvP. In PvE, they get a little more survivability boost and stuff, but as you guys can see, Bailey's the only one going down essentially, and surprisingly enough, our Rickart's one of our lowest damaging heroes on the battlefield, which is weird, but yeah, as you guys can see, this hero is exactly what you need if you love assassin heroes on your account. Man, lots of damage, lots of potential, and that is a victory for assassins. So build this hero, trust me, not be disappointed. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Very overpowered support hero for your assassins. I'll see you guys next time. We'll be right back.